What's the cruelest thing your mother-in-law did behind your back? The first time I met Caleb's mother, Brenda looked me up and down and said, "You're not what I pictured." I laughed it off. I'd spent my whole childhood being not what people pictured. A foster kid who aged out of the system with a trash bag of clothes and no one at graduation. I was used to being the person families merely tolerated. I told myself Brenda would warm up. She never did. When our son was born, we named him Noah. Caleb cried in the delivery room. Brenda showed up the next day, peered into the bassinet and said, he doesn't look like a Whitfield. I thought it was just a rude comment. It wasn't. It was the beginning of a plan that took me a full year to understand. For months, Brenda made a hobby of the same little line. "Are you sure about the due date?" Funny, none of our babies had that hair. She'd say it smiling, always in front of family, always just deniable enough. Caleb said I was being sensitive. Maybe I was. I was a first-time mom running on no sleep, so I let it go. Then one afternoon, Brenda offered to watch Noah so I could nap. When I came down, she was wiping his face with a cotton swab, and something about it stuck with me. The careful way she sealed it in a little bag and tucked it into her purse. I told myself I imagined it. 2 weeks later, I found the envelope. It was in the diaper bag she'd borrowed and returned. A DNA testing lab addressed to Brenda Whitfield. I opened it with shaking hands. The result was right there. Probability of paternity, 99.99%. Caleb was Noah's father. Of course he was. I almost laughed from relief. Then I understood what it meant. She hadn't tested Noah to find the truth. She'd tested him hoping for a weapon. And when the weapon didn't fire, she didn't stop. Because that same week, Caleb's sister stopped answering my texts. His aunt canceled on the christening. A cousin I barely knew posted something vague about women who trap good men. I didn't understand it until I saw Brenda's phone light up while she held Noah. A message thread titled "Family Only." I saw it for 1 second, but it was enough. Once Caleb sees the results, he'll finally leave her. The results. She was telling everyone there was a test, but a different one. She had the real 99% report. And she was walking around the family claiming the lab came back inconclusive, that I'd refused a second test, that I was hiding something. She'd buried the truth in her purse and built a lie on top of it. My marriage was being taken apart in a group chat I wasn't in. I didn't scream. I didn't confront her. I learned a long time ago that people like Brenda count on you reacting, so they can call you unstable. So I got quiet and I got organized. I called the lab. The test had been ordered under Brenda's own account and card, which meant they would release a certified copy to the account holder's home address, the house my husband grew up in. So I had Caleb request his own certified copy. It arrived in 4 days. 99.99% stamped official. Then I did the part that mattered. I asked Caleb to look at his mother's phone, not to snoop, just to see. He scrolled the family-only thread in silence for a long time. Brenda had written all of it down. How she'd swabbed Noah, how she'd hidden the real result, how she planned to help Caleb start over with someone who belonged. She'd even coached his sister on what to say to get me to leave on my own. Caleb didn't say a word. He just took screenshots. We let Noah's first birthday happen exactly as planned. Brenda swept in like she owned the room, kissed the family, and made a little toast about the truth always coming out in the end. She looked right at me when she said it. I stood up. "Since we're on truth," I said, and set a stack of papers on the table. "This is the certified paternity report Brenda ordered herself. 99.99%. Caleb is Noah's father. She's had this exact result since he was 3 months old." The room went silent. Brenda started to laugh, the way she always did. So Caleb set his phone on the table and read her own words out loud. The swab, the hidden result, the plan to make me leave. He read the part where his mother called his son leverage. Nobody was laughing now. His sister wouldn't look up. His aunt quietly apologized to me across the table. Brenda's face finally cracked. "I was protecting my son," she hissed. "You spent his whole first year trying to prove Noah wasn't his." I said, "Congratulations. You're the only one leaving today."